Modern-day martyrs. In recent times, Christians continue to face persecution in various parts of the world. According to the International Study for Human Rights, Christians are estimated to make up about 80% of those who are persecuted for their religion. They have been killed in countries like India, Vietnam, Iraq, Colombia, Pakistan, Nigeria, Mexico, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, North Korea, Sri Lanka, China, and Indonesia.
What I have been trained to fight against is radical Islam. This ideology is willing to bring death and destruction to our way of life.
Even if there's one or two radicals, you're going to be able to change the perceptions of, 10, 20, 30,000, 40,000.
I see the different groups that are protesting to free Palestine. You're showing your ignorance because these people wouldn't accept you.
I've seen how messed up what you're trying to champion for really is.
Shame on you for glorifying terrorism.
Yet you're here in this beautiful country protesting for a cause that you'd be murdered for over there because you're infidels.
What Hamas has perpetrated is a crime against humanity. Who dares use my religion to prosecute its
They hate
genocide?
America and the West because we believe in freedom, and it's absolutely terrifying.
Before you know my name, you have to know my story. When I was little, I used to get candy from the Israeli soldiers. I ate one and it was so good, so I took the wrapper and showed it to my father and asked him to buy them for me. Why? It's forbidden to take from the Jews. There's poison in it. If you eat it, you will die. He said Jews kill children, women, and men. They lied to me. At age 7, I used to go to an UNRWA school run by the United Nations. I wanted to become a doctor. I wanted to help people. A respected teacher came. He said to us, "Listen, children, you must kill the Jews. Jews have 3 legs and an eye in the middle of their forehead." He said to us, "Anyone who slaughters a Jew will go to heaven. You will kill Israelis and kill Americans." Why should we kill Americans? They are not Muslim. All the children in school would chant, "Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar," and recite the Bismillah prayer. Kill the Jews, kill America. Kill the Jews, kill America. I didn't feel good. I told the teacher that I wanted to leave. He took me outside to get some air. 10 minutes later, my father came to my class and hit me. And he said to me, "Slaughter the Jews." It hurt a lot. It hurt a lot. And he said to me, "When you get home, I'll be waiting."
Serving in Iraq, I've never seen hatred like that in some of the people. They had this belief in this greater cause to, install a caliphate, return to the glory of Islam. First of all, the vast majority of Muslims are fantastic people. They just want to worship their own way, but you had extremists indoctrinate the youth and young men in particular. You have an economic downturn and you have people living in poverty. Those are ripe targets for radical ideas. What you can and can't do are dictated by the teachings of some imam, and that's terrifying to me.
My father was dressed in the clothing worn by Hamas. I was afraid. He hit me over and over. He wanted me to become a martyr, to kill Jews. I turned red, then white. I was terrified.
לחנך את הילדים שלהם על אהבה, על העתיד. פשוט לרצוח יהודים, נוצרים, בכל הכוח. מי שלא רוצה, אין דבר כזה שלא רוצה. אין דבר כזה שילד יש לו בחירה חופשית. לא, בכוח. וזה עצוב, כן. תחשבו רגע, כאילו הילדים של היום, של ילדים, זה מחבלים של מחר. זה המסלול, זה החינוך. זה בבית, בבית הספר, בשכונה. וזה מאוד עצוב, כן. מאוד עצוב.
في عندكم يهود؟ صديقي يا قيس.
هسه لا.
طيب انا سمعت هم بيجوا عليكم كل يوم.
بس هسه لا.
طيب اسمع يا صديقي، اعمل ايدك هيك.
مخيط.
لما يجوا عندكم اضربهم بوكس. خلي وجهه بنداره.
ان شاء الله عشان نحرر فلسطين.
طيب على العموم يا رب.
I grew up in Nahariya, which is a Jewish town in northern Israel. I was raised as Muslim, to believe in Allah, which is God, to believe in the Prophet Muhammad. There was a lot of fear about what would happen to you if you're not following all the directions that you're receiving in the Quran and the teachings of the Nabi Muhammad.
لا انه نعمل حرب انه نفرجي اليهود انه احنا مش انه احنا مش شاطرين، احنا قوايا كمان.
يعني انهم بيعلمونا بالمدرسه انهم ارهابيين
بيحكوا لنا عن اليهود انهم هدول مش منيح وهدول بقتلوا قاعدين بشباب.
They're either Muslims or infidels. America is not good. America is Satan. Israel is not good. The Jews are not good. They brainwash you from a very young age. Very young age. Against Jews, against America, against the West, against the infidels, against everything that is not us, everything that is not Islam. I think the extremists, they're misinterpreting parts of the Quran. Someone can read the Quran and sees that God is angry on the Jewish people, and some might read this as a justification. God is angry on them, and it's okay for me to go and just kill them. My friend, my very best friend, someone like me, was able to be convinced to become a suicide bomber. All she needed probably is a bomb, and she would go and do it. I saw how terrorists are being made. They're not being made in some dungeon in Afghanistan. And they're not national movement for Palestine. They're a religious movement that want to transform the Middle East and the entire world into an Islamic state. But it will go to Europe, it will go to America. They would kill anyone who went against them.
بسم الله الله أكبر. I was an enlisted guy at SEAL Team 4. I did 7 deployments to the Middle East. The military had refocused a lot of their special operations to conduct village stability operations, VSPs. We came into a village and there was just blood everywhere. They had just finished stoning this little girl. The son had fornicated outside of their societal structure, and they couldn't punish the son because he was the oldest son carrying that name, so they had to punish the oldest daughter. So they stoned her to death. That was my first interaction when it comes to this extremist view of Islam. Whether you're Muslim or not, you would have to abide by Sharia law, these Islamist rules that are established.